Today is race number 11 of 36 on the Southwest NASCAR Sim Series schedule. Alongside me is Cole McElmoyle and Flashy McClashy for today's left turns. But before we get into Pocono Raceway, let's take a look at our point standings after the first 11 races of the season. Sam Blaney takes over the points lead, gaining 3 spots. Thomas Cassidy is second. Pipestone Lazard third. Ben Pierce, who was your points leader, loses said points lead, dropping 3 spots, as well as Alexander McSpeed and Matt Wynn. Emily Winters is now in 7th. Joey Maddox 8th. Jimmy Johnson in 9th. Coaster Enthusiast 10th. James Youngman 11th, Light Yagami 12th, DNP underscore 10 13th, Adrian Ad is 14th, Andy Cooley 15th, Muse Better 16th, Winterwolf, last week's winner, is 17th in after taking home the checkered flag in what was one of the craziest races of the season, leaving only 14 cars left by the end of that race. And so that's part of why Winterwolf gains 11 spots there. Carter Boyd in 18th, Kevin Bassard 19th, 20th is Niall O'Hare, 21st Alexander Rossi, 22nd Jacoby Kingston, 23rd Brian Anders, 24th Max Weisner, 25th Payson Avery, 26th is Cody Goforth, 27th Carlos Tavares, 28th Parker, 29th Matthew Nile, 30th is Brendan Del Pino, 31st Nathan Ormond, 32nd Cole McElmoyle, 33rd Flashy McClashy, 34th Damian Fenton, 35th Aiden Smith, 36th Tim Gary, 37th is Chip Ganassi, 38th Matthew McCarthy, 39th Rayson Pimentel, 40th Esko Laukkanen, 41st Kenneth Laura, and rounding out the field in 42nd is David Dawn. And so that is where your point standings are. I gotta.
Alright, I already did it. Yep.
I told Jason that he could commentate the race. Chip Ganassi is his name in the series. I told him he could commentate the race if you went to continue your iRacing, but obviously you're right here, so.
Yeah, I'm here.
Let's get into qualifying. Which qualifying, if you haven't watched this season, qualifying we run a 5-minute practice session so that you can actually see the cars on the racetrack. Actually, I'm going to need to create a new championship standings thing so that I can turn the AI strength down. This will be SNSS 11 of 36.
So are we taking guesses of who's gonna wreck in qualifying today or blow?
I'm gonna say Light Yagami blows up again. He's done it. He's done it so many times.
Yeah.
Didn't he do it last race or? Yeah,
I think he's done it like the last 4 races. He's blown up in qualifying. So there's gonna be he'll either blow up in qualifying or I'll blow up at the beginning of the race. One of
Well,
it would not surprise me.
Here we go for qualifying at Pocono. Flashy McClashy in that number 18, that beautiful MB2 Raceway car.
Ooh.
There's DNP in the number 8 Southwest Airlines Toyota Camry in what is quite a blue paint scheme. Let's see. There's Ben Pierce in his Bass Pro Shops car. And there's Mr. I can't finish qualifying without blowing up.
Tim Gary got a new scheme? Did I see that in here? Or did he run that last race too?
Yeah, he ran that last race. There's
Fun
Adrian
fact,
Ad.
went
Also,
after a
brand new
track.
paint scheme for Pace and Avery. And for once, it's actually colored correctly
The Mountain Dew
for
car.
Mountain Dew. It's the Mountain Dew Zero car.
We've been asked to do a fun fact about this raceway. So, fun fact, it has 3 corners. There you go.
Did
That's
you
your fun
know? Did you know that Pocono does not have a 4th turn?
fact. It's not like it's literally on the wall right there or anything. Oh man, you almost just collided with Aiden Smith coming out of his pit box. That was close.
And
Hey,
Sam Blaney is your points leader, and he's gonna come off, get out onto the racetrack, and post the time.
So, were you predicting when the first caution's gonna happen? I'm gonna say lap 1.
I'm gonna say lap 2.
You know what? I'll say lap 3.
How about that? Turn 2 is always a sight for trouble on
Yeah,
start.
coming off
Right
turn
the start
2 down the back straightaway. That's where most of the wrecks happen.
Yep.
There's
Won't see Rex.
turn number 2. And here's that straightaway. We saw so many cars on their lids last season here, and well, last I checked, you don't want the numbers planted into the ground on any side of the car.
No, that's not the greatest idea.
I mean, unless you put numbers on the underside of your tires, I don't think you want numbers touching the ground.
You don't want your own numbers, that is.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Holy Mackinac. You gotta be careful. Your guys have to be careful about that. They want to be running the bottom of turn 1. There's gonna be cars coming to the pit road that are literally on the bottom of the racetrack, so that might get a little bit sketchy here.
Find the 22 here. Nope, that's 33, who's under the age of Discord. There's the 22, right by his teammate.
There he is.
He's got teammate James Youngman pushing him in the 45. And actually, another of his teammates has taken over the pole standings for right now. That would be Jacoby Kingston.
And how about that 56 car? Cody Goforth got a new scheme. Apparently P2.
We'll see if he's actually running. Oh, contact!
Oh!
The 12 slides up into Jimmy Johnson.
Yep, turn
And
number
that
2.
almost took out
Shocker.
the pole sitter right there.
My goodness. Emily Winters takes over second from 56, but yep, turn 2, the trouble corner. Knew it was gonna happen. That's 3 cars making contact right there in turn number 2. Imagine what's gonna be like with a whole pack of 42 going into turn number 2.
Yeah.
Trying to find that 56 car. I don't know if he's still on the racetrack. Oh, there he is. There's the Zest car. Reminds me of a driver who wrecked at this exact racetrack. In, I believe, that exact paint scheme.
Would that be Ricky Stenhouse?
Yes. I believe Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 2000. Well, it may not be the exact paint scheme, but I believe it was the sponsor was running a Zest car. I believe it was 2013, 2012, 2013 or so, and Stenhouse was caught 3 wide in the middle and they wrecked in turn 1 at Pocono.
Ricky Stankhouse, not a surprise.
Our pole sitter for the time being is the 27. There's Carter Boyd in the number 27 car.
One half of the nationwide boys. Goforth back up to second, Hughes better third, Jacoby Kingston fourth, Winters fifth, Fenton sixth. Jeez, man. Pretty close times, too. Within the 10th, a couple hundredths. Macklemore jumps up to 4. Look at that.
And they're gonna add a little bit of time to the clock to allow the field to finish up their laps. But it's looking like this 27th car is gonna be your pole sitter.
Don't see the other half of the Nationwide boys up there. The David Dawn, but oh well. I got one of the Nationwide cars.
We have a couple of cars on, well, there's the end of qualifying, but we had a couple of cars on pit road late there. Here's the results from qualifying.
Show the whole thing so I can tell you what it was.
First through 28th, and then there's 15th through 42nd. Obviously, going to save our no, we gotta accelerate through qualifying before we can save. Continue.
I have it paused
There we
so
go.
I can just
Save.
tell you
Qualifying results.
the road.
Now we can set our starting order.
Let me know when you want me to start listing.
Waiting for that to open. But while we're at it, I was talking about Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the pre-race. There's our save game editor. I just want to quickly show Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Pocono. Well, I guess Stenhouse wrecked. I mean, it's not. Here it is. Actually, it is pretty much the exact paint scheme.
Special K knows only
Don't you
real
just love
strawberries
ads?
taste this good.
Ads.
Get copyrighted.
Special K.
Special K,
Can't
boys.
fake
We should get paid for
delicious.
advertising though.
This is the wreck I was talking about.
Trouble already. Cars around and stacked up into the wall. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Juan Pablo Montoya, and Matt Kenseth.
Yeah, it looked
I
like the
wonder why.
42 might have got into Ricky Stenhouse in that 17 car. Yeah, it looked like they were funneling down into turn one.
Yeah,
Not sure if
you
Ricky
see the paint scheme, and it's
came down
basically
or
the
whether
same one.
Juan Pablo went up and got to the left rear, but definitely turned him around. Yeah, as I
I
watched
think
them.
Roush kind of reused that paint scheme because I got the inspiration from Chris Buescher when he drove the 60 car
Mhm.
for Roush. That's kind of where I changed
Yeah.
it up a little bit, but I tried to add the bubbles and stuff like that.
But still, hopefully, hopefully, the bad luck from Stenhouse doesn't carry over.
Just hoping the good luck from Buescher carries over. Not only did Buescher win a championship in that paint scheme, he also won a race here.
And Stenhouse wrecked here. But here
And
we go. Pole sitter.
Carter Boyd.
Carter
baby.
Boyd.
One half
Pole
of
sitter.
the Nationwide boys.
And then in second,
Was the Zest car. What do you go for?
the 56.
Yep.
Third place.
Mew is third.
There's me. Fourth place.
Ya boy.
Cole McElmoyle.
No, you can't change the name of your drivers. Someone
Yeah,
asked
no.
that in chat.
Fourth place.
Not at this point.
Builder. Fifth place.
Jacoby Kingston.
Kingston. If you do choose to change the name of your driver, you're going to lose all your points, and I don't think you want that.
Yep.
Sixth.
Jimmy Johnson.
Yes. Seventh.
Emily Winters. A lot of guys and gals from the bottom of the point standings are
Eighth.
really fast here. It's kind of shocking. Eighth, Damien Fenton. One of the two.
19th. Or 9th.
The Finnish wonder, Esko Laukkanen.
10th.
Thomas Cassidy.
Cassidy is in 10th. 11th.
Mr. I usually blow up in qualifying.
12th.
Parker.
Wow. 13th. That's kind of ironic. 12 and 12.
The other boy that's commentating with us. Flashing.
Yes. Flashy McClashy qualifying inside the top 15. Nice.
All right.
14th.
Pipestone Lizard.
Lazard.
Lizard.
We can never get his
Sure.
name right. 15th.
I'm just gonna call him Lizard. It's more fun. 15th, Winter Wolf.
You know, sometimes I think we should just pronounce names wrong sometimes, just so that we get some conversation going in the chat.
Winter Wolf.
Uriarty.
Yardy.
16th.
Nice.
All right.
Go stir.
17th.
Mr. Too Young to Discord.
That would be the 33 of Kenneth Laura.
You would be correct.
In 17th. 18th.
Andy Cooley.
Oh, 19th.
Alexander Rossi.
Rossi. The number 9 car. There he is. 19th. 20th.
My new iRacing buddy, James Youngman.
21st.
Matthew Nile.
Matt Nile, 22nd.
22nd would be Alexander McMeem.
23rd.
Mexico Man, Brian Anders.
24th.
Carlos Tavares.
25th.
Tim Gary.
26th.
Joey Maddox.
27th.
David Don.
28th.
Chip Ganassi.
29th.
Kevin Bassard.
30th.
Yimpy 10.
Yay. Top 30. Some consolation points. 31st.
Matthew Wynn.
32nd.
Adrian D. I'm doing that to piss him.
33rd.
Grayson Pimentel.
34th.
Niall O'Hare.
35th.
Kurt Chu.
Achoo! 36th.
Aiden Smith.
37th.
Mr. Points Leader, Sam Blaney.
38th.
Max Weissner.
There's 38th. 39th.
The pedo himself.
40th.
Payson Avery.
41st.
1 lap to go, presented by
Okay. Brandon Del Pino and 42nd.
Pepe,
Matthew
no!
McCarthy.
Pepe. Oh, he's gonna wreck.
Oh, we got our Blockies. We got the official broadcast company of the BHL and the NBL watching this race as well. So that's nice.
I accidentally just clicked a Dude Perfect video.
You smart. You smart.
Whoops.
Was it their bucket list one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that. That was actually pretty
I've
good.
already watched it. Yeah, it's in my up next, and I accidentally.
It's in
clicked
my
it.
up next too.
I was trying to hide the chat. It's like up next.
Have you
bucket
watched that
list.
video?
Yeah.
What about you, Flashy?
Yes, I have. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was... Oh, shoot. Okay. Hey, boy.
Oh, yellow flags are
Yeah!
off. Yikes.
I don't... Okay.
Is that
Don't...
why there's
I'm just
no-
not gonna try and explain it. But guess what we get to do again?
You have yellow flags off still? Oh, I see. You can edit it from there.
Yeah. Guess what we get to do again?
No, really?
No.
Just sim right to the race. There's no point. Just sim right to the race.
No, I'm doing it.
Oh, come on. Just do the race, man. No one wants to watch qualifying.
No, we're not gonna watch qualifying again. We just redid the list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean we've already seen we already have seen qualifying and we know the results from that.
I thought you were saying we have to redo qualifying. Like, shit.
No, I'm like, no.
Drivers,
I'm not that stupid.
Oh, time to go through the list again, but I'm just gonna say the names so that we don't waste time.
Yeah. First is the 27. Where is he? There he is.
Yep. Carter board.
Second,
Go forth.
go fourth. There he is. Go fourth. Third is Mew.
Yep. Is better.
Fourth is Build.
Macklemore.
Where's Build?
I'm not that stupid, says the man who forgot to put on damage on some races. Yikes. Good
Sixth.
shot.
Or no, fifth.
Johnson. Fifth is Kingston.
Kingston. That's right.
And then sixth, Johnson.
Sixth is Kingston. Or fifth is Kingston. Johnson. Sixth.
Yep.
Seventh.
Winters.
Winters. That's right. Winters. Eighth.
Fenton.
Okay, ninth.
Lokinen.
Scott Luckinen. 10th.
Cassidy.
Cassidy. 10th. 11th.
Yugami.
12th is Parker.
Yep. 12th is the 12.
Where's the 12?
Ironic.
Where is the... Where? Oh, there it is. And
Where's Kerr?
13th.
McClashy.
Oh, that's right. 14th.
Lazard. Lizard.
Lizard. 15th.
Wolf.
16th.
Enthusiast.
17th.
Laura.
18th.
Cooley.
19th.
Rossi.
20th.
Youngman.
21st.
Nile.
Oh, Nile. 21st. 22nd.
McSpeed.
23rd.
Anders.
Anders. There's a 3. Where the heck is the 3? Oh, there it is.
Couldn't tell you.
It's 23rd, right? 24th.
Yep.
24th.
24th, Tavares.
Tavares. 25th.
Gary.
26th.
Maddox.
Joey Maddox. 27th.
Don.
28th.
Ganassi.
29th.
Bassard.
31st.
Win.
32nd.
Ad.
33rd.
Pimentel.
34th.
O'Hare.
35th.
Ormond.
36th.
Smith.
37th.
Blaney.
38th.
Weissner.
39th.
Pierce.
Okay, 40th is Avery, 41st, Del Pino, 42nd, Matthew McCarthy.
Yep. Hello, Mew. We see you in chat.
Yes, Mia, we see you.
We were just trying
Yes,
to redo
we
order.
see you, and no, we don't care.
Oh, yikes.
That, to quote GLaDOS.
No, he's just trying to be a dick.
No, I'm not.
Well.
Build, if anybody knows I'm not, it would be Mew, because he's my driver. He drives the number 4 for my team.
Yes, but I shit on Winter all the time, and he's my driver. Doesn't mean anything.
Let's go through the field to start this race.
Drivers, to your
Great.
cars.
Let Flashy do it. Just hit space so you can see the names.
What?
Oh gosh.
Let McClashy do it, and then just hit space so he can see the names.
Yeah, but it's not, it's slightly delayed by like 3 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
Build, go.
Oh, you want me to do it? Alright. In first place, the 27, Carter Board. And P2 is the 56 of Cody Goforth. P3 is the 4 of Better. P4, the 61 of Cole McElmore. P5, the 38 of Jacoby Kingston. P6 is the 7 of Jimmy Johnson. P8 is the 88 of Emily Winter. P9 is the 50 or 92. Actually, I think I got these mixed around, don't I? Sorry, 7th is the 88, right?
Yes. 8th is the 92.
Okay, 8th is 92. Okay, the 9th is the 44 of Damon Fenton. 10th is the 24 of Thomas Cassidy. 11th is the 28 of Light Yagami. 12th is the 12 of Parker.
I think Flashy knows this car.
13th is the 18 of Flash and Clash.
Is the best driver on the field.
Wouldn't go that far, not standings wise. 14th is the 6 of Pipestone Lizard 1 and 2. 15th is the 21 of Winterwolf. 16th is the 69 Nice of Coaster Enthusiast. 17th is the 33 of Kenneth Laura. 18th is the 1 of Andy Cooley. 19th is the 9 of Alexander Rossi. And 20th is the 45 of James. 21st is the 26 of Matthew Nile.
And 22nd is the 00 of Alexander McSpeed. 23rd is the number 3 of Brian Anders. 24th is the 22 of Carlos Tavares. 25th is the number 98 of Timothy Gary. 26th is the number 54 of Joey Maddox. 27th is the 25 of David Dunn. 28th is the 79 of Chip Ganassi. 29th is the 20 of Kevin Bassard. 30th is DNP_10 in the number 8. 31st is the 13 of Matt Wynn. 32nd is the 78 of Adrian Add. 33rd will be the number 60 of Rayson Pimentel. 34th is the 83 of Niall O'Hare. 35th is Nathan Orman in the 95. 36th will be the 89 of Aiden Smith in the Popeyes for besting. 37th is your points leader, Sam Blaney, in the 59. 38th is Max Weisner in the 51. 39th will be the 15 of Ben Pierce in the 15. And 40th is Pearson Avery in the 5. 41st is the 10 of Brandon Del Pino, and 42nd is the 19 of Matthew McCarthy.
Pepe.
Well, predictions.
Whoever survives turn number 2 for 50 laps, which isn't going to be many of them. So I'm just going to say it's going to be the Finish Wonder, which is probably a bad pick because he's stuck on the outside and he's going to get wrecked in number 2. That's my pick.
Well, the number 18 won here last season. It wasn't driven by Flashy McClashy. It was driven by Adrian Mobley. But I feel like the good luck from the number might rub off on Flashy McClashy. I think he gets it done today.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
He agrees with your prediction. Here we go. Oh man. Knowing the NR2003, it's just gonna be someone random like freaking Joey Maddox. Some guy you haven't really heard of all year.
Dude, watch it be the 19.
Yeah.
Dude, watch the 19 go from worst to first.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, he can avoid the wrecks the best. You're
Also,
actually up front. That shouldn't be a surprise to you. Usually up front, you know.
Who do you think is gonna be who do you think's gonna be caught up in the first wreck?
Jamie Johnson. And row 3 back. There you go.
I'm gonna say the 56. I'm just gonna say it because he's got a Ricky Stenhouse car. Anyway, 10 seconds. Let's go trackside for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Drivers firing up their race cars and getting ready to go here from the Pocono Raceway. Now, fun fact, this is the only racetrack to only have 3 turns, technically speaking. Most racetracks combine turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, with the exception of a couple of racetracks like Pocono and Indianapolis, and Indianapolis is understandable because of the fact that turns 1 and 2 are actually separated by a little bit of a short chute. And we'll see that later this season. But another example of racetracks where turns aren't grouped together would be the road courses in Sonoma, Sonoma and Wine Country out in California, and Watkins Glen in New York, as well as the Roval at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
And for SNS, CTMP, and the streets of Toronto.
That is also true.
Something's wrong here, boys. The 28 hasn't blown up yet.
Someone else, nobody's blown up yet. Surprising.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the first
Weird.
couple of races we had a driver blow up consistently on the pace lap.
Yeah.
But
Is it bad for me to be worried for basically the entire outside line on this first lap? Because
no, I don't think that it's really bad for you to be worried. I think you have every reason to be worried. And
I have
so
every
does
reason
that
to be worried
7
by
car.
3 of my
He's
cars.
remember the 7 missed 2 races this season, and while he is still in the top 9, if he misses the playoffs, it might just be because of those 2 races. Right now, he's still sitting in a playoff spot. Green flag is in the air and we're away. Remember, top 16 drivers in points make the playoffs.
Hold on to your butt cheeks, boys. This might be an intense first
Oh,
lap.
there's the car blowing up. Alexander McSpeed.
Rip. So we didn't make it.
Yagami! Cars on his numbers!
Oh,
Oh my goodness, hard hit for Yagami! Caution is out!
oh.
Oh, there they go. I
So
was
Builder
right.
was right in predicting the lap count, but will they wreck again? Here they come through turn 2, and they do! Around goes the 6! The 9 is in it! They're piling it up down the backstretch! DNP is involved! Big crash!
Frosty's in it.
No.
Everybody
Everybody is in it!
Row 3 back, boys. Row 3 back. Everybody. Row 3 back.
Jeez.
And coming to the caution flag first is the 27.
Carter Boyd remains your leader. The 56
And here
seconds.
are the, you know what? Here's the cars that weren't involved in that wreck. Carter Boyd in the 27. Cody Goforth in the 56. Cole McLemore in the 61. Muse Better in the 4. Jimmy Johnson in the 7. Thomas Cassidy in the 24. Jacoby Kingston in the 38. And Esko Laukinen in the 92. Emily Winters in the 44. Coaster Enthusiast in the 69. And Flashy McClashy in the 18. And everybody else on back, I think, has picked up some piece of damage.
So, that's that 12 car, so 6 rows. 6 rows got through, boys. My God. Yes, the 69 survived. Nice.
So did the 18, so did the 18.
Boys, it wasn't just one wreck one wreck that caused the caution on the first lap. It was 2.
Well, the first wreck caused it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
the first wreck caused the caution, but there was a second wreck too. My gosh. Those were some hard licks too. Poor Parker, late Yagami.
Look look at this. This unfolds right in front of Flashy
Yep.
and Coaster.
And Coaster, yeah. Yeah, the 12 just gets too far down on that right rear, and 28 gets tight, and that's it. They're just going right to the wall. There's no chance.
And we talked about it in the pre-race. You don't want to be on your numbers. Well, clearly Parker didn't listen to us.
He did not take that advice.
Because he's on the left side numbers there.
You try to Lightning McQueen and drive up on the wall, it did not work. Was anyone else involved in this crash? I can't remember. I think there was a couple that might have got a little bit from 28. Because the 12 is just stuck with the wall.
Yeah, the 45 got involved. I think the 89 was in it there. Peace and Avery got turned around.
Youngman just got into his team.
But they seem to have kind of saved it. and then you go up here.
Yeah, so much for
And
McCarthy.
Flashy avoided 2 wrecks here. Look at this. Look,
Yeah.
because the 6 slides up, and a second, he thought he was done avoiding wrecks with the 12.
Yeah.
And then this happened.
The 6 got a bump from the 18.
Yeah,
Right to
the
wall.
18 got a piece of it, but he saved it. What a save by Flashy.
So I wouldn't say he didn't get involved. He was involved. He just saved it.
Yeah, he didn't. But
Wow.
Oh my God.
but I would say Flashy's probably still golden to try and win this race.
Compared to the other 3/4 of the field, he did all
Compared
right.
to everybody else who piled in while this, because at this point there's nowhere to go. The track is blocked. There
Like,
is absolutely nowhere to go.
The 26 is in the grass, so you can't go low. The 9's right, and the 6 is in the middle. The 1's up high, I reckon. You can't, like, there's nowhere to go.
The track's completely blocked.
Oh yeah, it's just a blockade, and then even more cars are coming into it. Yeah, no, there's no chance for anyone to make it through.
And then ad coming in, and everybody just piles in. Look at how many cars are in there.
Yeah, 20, 83,
And there's the
13,
51.
59, 15.
There's the 19 destroying the front end of his car.
Yeah, he got through the first one, and didn't make it through the second one.
And then there's the 12 and the 5 piling in.
Well, I was wrong with Joey Maddox saying he might win this race. I was wrong with that.
And last I checked, you need to turn it around, Mr. Rossi.
Yeah,
I don't think you were supposed to be facing that direction.
Oh, you say that. Lightning McQueen did it. He passed 2 kicks.
True.
Backwards, so never know. Rossi could pull it off. He's got one of
Obviously, the cars coming to pit road are going to be the cars with damage. Other than that, I think most of the field's going to stay on the racetrack. But we'll see.
So I think the first time in SNS history I was right about something. I knew they weren't going to make it. Jamie, I wouldn't say this is going to be an easy dub. That's not going to be the last wreck, brother. Let me tell you.
We'll have to see if they. We'll see how many laps it's going to be until the next wreck. But so far, everybody. Well, I mean, I am looking a bit delayed, but all the important people stay out. Everybody else has come to the service of their pit crews.
Yeah, I don't think the 79 is dead, but I think the 79 probably had to pit.
So the official census after that wreck
God.
is down to 29.
Done.
29 cars. We've got Pipestone Lazard, done. Joey Maddox, done. Parker, done. DNP, done. Racing Pimentel, done. Sam Blaney, the points leader, out. Brandon Del Pino, complete, is done. Chip Ganassi, done. Light Yagami, done. Adrian Ad, done. Then you got the 83 done, and the 89. That would be Niall O'Hare in the 83, and Aiden Smith in the 89, also done. All of those cars out due to the accident. And then you have Alexander McSpeed, who will finish this race in 40th, or 42nd, as a DNF, so no points for him. He's the only driver on this list right now who's out, not because of an accident. He's out because of a camshaft issue that forced him to go to the garage early. Now how in the world is this 9 car still racing?
You can ask that for the 15 and the 25, who literally don't have a nose. They've just cut it off.
Well, Bill, before the race, you were talking about, you did a race at Straight Stocks and tore in iRacing and tore the front end of your car off, and I believe James Youngman's comment was, you're trying to make it into a wheel and modified? Well, I think that David Don did a better job than you did.
Well, put it this way, I didn't take it off my stuff. There's a wreck in front of me, and while I was the leader, might I add, so I kind of got cheesed here. But I got into it, and yeah, my front just got torn off. It wasn't my choice to become a wheel and modified, but you know, I'll take a third place in.
So now we got 3 wheel and modifieds, maybe more. Ben Pierce in the 15, Matthew McCarthy in the 19, and David Don in the 25.
You know, considering the severity of the wrecks, there's some of those cars that got involved that don't look that bad. Like there's
And green flag is back in the air.
Hastening.
And there goes the 56 to the inside, down into turn 1.
Zest car, man, I'm telling you. Chris Buescher / Ricky Stenhouse / Cody Goforth.
Will they survive?
You're up front somewhere.
That is the question. Still, we have officially taken out all of the cars that were more than the number of cars that was in the field last season. 'Cause last season we ran 30 cars. Oh, McClashy! Hard! No, that's not McClashy.
Oh.
That's Andy Cooley, and we got a car hard up and over, and we're wrecking again.
Oh my gosh! That's Tavares.
Tavares rolls in on the backstretch. So, and it looks like this 20 was up and over as well.
Oh my god!
My gosh! Caution's out again.
Well, everyone who had damage from the previous wreck ain't going anymore, boys. If they weren't out before, they're out now. Besides the 9 who was so slow that he actually couldn't get involved. Actually, no, I think his engine's blown. Yeah, it is. Never mind, he got involved.
No, the 21's blown. I think the 9 is actually clean from this wreck, not from the previous wreck. I mean,
oh yeah, he might be.
to be fair, I don't know how he sees out of that car,
Yeah,
but still.
that boy's got his head out his window or something.
Let's see what happened. All I saw was Carlos Tavares dying. So let's see how exactly this happened.
There's Tavares and Win, I believe. But oh my goodness. Or Win
we
and
can't
Cooley, sorry.
we can't catch a break.
No. Can't breathe in this series. He did ride the fence for a moment. So I think it starts with 13 and 1.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's hard to tell which is which because the 1 and the 18 both have practically identical paint schemes.
Yeah.
So that's why I called the 18, but it was in fact Andy Cooley.
Looked like Winterwolf and Kenneth Laura might have wrecked on their own coming out of it too, because they were making big contact in the middle of the tunnel turn. My goodness.
And there goes Winterwolf. We were talking in qualifying about turn 2 being Calamity Corner, and boy howdy has that prediction been correct.
Yeah. Calamity Corner is right. That might even be an understatement. It's just the purge back there. It's the apocalypse for cars. Wow.
I don't think that the initial.
Oh, a couple guys made it through.
Okay, so here it's.
Didn't.
Yeah, the wreck, the 22 wrecking is completely unrelated.
Let's see.
This is a completely unrelated wreck.
Oh, they did it on their own. Another wreck out of.
So the 98 isn't clear of the 19. And those two get together, and the 22 goes around, and then it's gonna be Matt Nile coming in. Actually, no. It's not Matt Nile, it's Alexander Rossi coming in here, destroying that 22 car and sending him flipping, and then the 28 gets involved and he's gonna roll.
I guess in Rossi's mind, he doesn't really have anything to lose. Oh, the Sarge just puts that.
So the 28 and the 22 also didn't heed our advice in practice. Or in
yeah, the 22
qualifying.
slid in the side for a second. Oh my goodness.
And so after that wreck, we are down to 23 cars.
We lost, what, 8 there?
We lose Winterwolf,
6.
Rossi, David Don, Kevin Bassard, Tavares,
Yeah.
and McCarthy,
My
as
God.
well as Pipestone Lazard. Pipestone was involved in the first wreck. So
Yeah.
the total is now,
23.
well, 23 are still in this race. That means the 19 are out.
Yikes, boys, yikes. Let me tell you, when we said at the beginning of the season that these guys were being cautious, and because if you DNF, you don't get any points, these guys were just sticking around for the finish, they've thrown that out the window today, let me tell you.
So let's listen in to the radio of the number 4. What the is going on back there? The one day I have a good car is the best day. My luck. Clearly a little bit of frustration and a little bit of I don't know what that was from the number 4, but
Really good job for the boys in the Southwest NASCAR Series truck to bleep that out, let me tell you. Good job.
This is the second caution today where 2 independent wrecks happened.
Yeah, you're basically equal to 4 cautions, but yeah, 2 of them.
now the question is, now that we've whittled the field down to 23, will we finally be able to get a green flag run?
There's still 23 cars left, DMP. You're pushing it here. Wait, hold on. The 61's ahead of the 56? What did that happen? No, there's no way they pit, right? He didn't beat him to the line, I don't think.
Well, let's go back and see.
Must have beat him to the line or something, because I thought he was in 3rd.
We're so busy focused on the wreck that we haven't seen any of the actual race.
Yeah. That's like, yeah, the only thing that's happened on track that, like, which didn't equal to a wreck was teammates passing one another. Oh, he did just beat him to the line.
So here's the restart. The 56 got to the inside and he took the lead. Well, he almost took the lead. The 27 held on to it, and because of that, I believe the 61 gets the momentum and is able to get around.
27.
56 looked again and coming to the caution. Yeah, Builder pulled out, coming to the line and beat him to it.
Beat him. So it seems
Look
like
at
the
this.
bottom is not the place to be.
Look at how close this is between teammates at the line.
Oh my God, man! I think it's
my
the
God.
yellow there. I don't think.
They were dead tied.
Yeah, 16.16. Oh my goodness, man! You're gonna have to go to the standings to see the thousands. I mean, my gosh. Yeah, I'm getting sick. Yeah. I mean, you won't be able to see it because they don't go by laps now. It's a little bit late, but gosh, man, that was close. But uh-oh, lag monster. Oh, we're back. Just a little tiny little lag there. I think that's the first bit of racing we've seen this whole time that didn't result in a wreck. So.
Well, lap 10. Why don't we take this little bit of a lull in the race to remind you that BHL hockey is coming once again this weekend. Starting off with the very first game of the weekend will be let me look. Very first game of the weekend, Friday, January 24th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the Hollywood Hat-Tricks under the leadership of Flashy McClashy taking on DNP_10 and his San Francisco Flight, followed by the Hartford Whalers taking on the San Francisco Flight in a 2-game homestand for San Francisco, and then Michigan and Winnipeg battle once again. This time it's in Winnipeg. All those games happening Friday, January 24th, and there's a few more on the 25th.
Back underway.
You can catch those over on BSN. But back to the race at hand. Cole McElmoyle looked to the inside, couldn't quite get where he wanted to go against his 27 car. Now he's going to take a dangerous look again. Side by side through turn 2. And they managed to not wreck. Clean through turn 2 of the backstretch that time. Builder wants to get something done here at Carter Boyd.
Get the run out of the corner. Drag race.
And the 56 teammates 3 wide into turn 1.
That's scary. That's
And the 56 smartly backs out. Contact possibly between McElmoyle and Boyd. But they stay green. Cole McElmoyle battling for the lead. Now he's going to have a push from the 7. Oh, up the racetrack. Builder. Contact for sure with Boyd. Manages to hold it steady. And Cole McElmoyle still side by side, battled for the race lead. This time by the 27, still at it by 200ths. But here comes the 7 with help from Goforth. 3 wide for the lead. And the 7 backs out again. But Builder into the wall.
Oh.
Builder's gonna lose a ton of spots as he puts both him and the 27 in the wall. And the 7 of Jimmy Johnson has the lead at Pocono. (13-50). Jimmy Johnson now your leader. The 56 is second, third is Emily Winters. But I don't think Goforth is going to be quite content to stay behind this 7 car.
He's already showed interest in the lead. He went for the lead earlier when Carter Boyd had it, and I don't think he's going to want to stay on that tail of Jimmy Johnson for too much longer.
And he's going to look. I don't think he quite got there, but he'll have a look into the tunnel turn. Emily Winters is there.
Almost making contact on the straightaway.
He looks. 7 holds his line.
Fourth, the 92 has a bit of a vibration back there, so something is wrong with the race car.
We'll have to see, keeping an eye on that vibration then for the 92, whether he'll come early to try and fix it or try to wait it out. Side by side for a second, Emily Winters and Muse better on the bottom. They duck back in line.
Almost went 3 wide out of 1 there with the 56.
The race turns a little more methodical here from Pocono. 3 wide though, Flashy McClashy backs out. Smart choice. Here's a 44 of Fenton on the inside of the 92 of Laukkanen. Battle here for 8th. Or 7th rather. And the 92 has it. But here comes the 56. He's going to look to the inside. Goforth on the bottom. Johnson on the top. Goforth just doesn't have the momentum quite yet. But he is there.
56 has been pushing the 7 into each and every corner, hoping that he'll get up and out of the racing line, try to stick his nose in there and take that lead away. You know that Zest car isn't going to wait very long.
On board with the 56 of Goforth. There he goes, Goforth it looking. 7 up the racetrack, side by side for the lead. Johnson clears it for now. On board with Johnson. So Flashy, do you have any thoughts on pit stops?
What kind of thoughts? Like, should there be any?
Will we have pit stops, and if we do, when will they come?
Well, I think that there'll probably be pit stop maybe 10 or 15 laps before the end of the race. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, probably around 40 or 50 because, I mean, I believe this is a 2.5 mile, this is a 2.5 mile speedway, or raceway rather, and if Daytona was any inclination, which Daytona is also 2.5 mile racetrack, then we will see a pit stop at around lap 36 to 40.
Mm-hmm.
You saw that previous lap, the 88 of Emily Winters looked low in the 56. The 56 got the run out of turn number 1 and was able to maintain his second position, but that 56 is that's not what he wanted to see. He wanted to stay right to the back bumper of that 7, hoping that he's going to make a mistake.
Oh, contact!
Uh-oh.
The 24 into the 4.
Muse
Hey,
not
keep
gonna
it
be
going.
happy.
Muse Better is not going to be too pleased with Thomas Cassidy. But as we've kind of seen, it's become a much more methodical race than it was at first. At first, it was a matter of attrition, survive, and then it became much calmer. But that may change when we catch lap traffic. Muse Better gets back around that 24. And he's up to 4th. '56 has been looking all race long. Will he finally be able to get around the 7? What I do know, though, is that every time this 56 gets side by side with Jimmy Johnson... Oh, we have a caution! Caution on the racetrack!
They wrecked it at 2, I think.
And it's your defending champion!
Coaster. Oh, Matt Nile.
I think Flashy McClashy is in it.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the 18 right there.
McClashy likely out of this race. And it was Flashy who turned him.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god. This
Coaster
happened right
slides up the
McElroy.
racetrack. Nothing that Flashy could have done there. Coaster takes away the line.
Silver drives.
And Coaster comes up into that 18 car. Both cars end up in the wall. And around he goes. Cole McElroy was right there and he squeaks by. Carter Boyd had been up here earlier in this race. He gets involved, and that's where the rear end damage comes from for Flashy.
Oh man. Nathan Orman gets into the 27, it looks like, does he? No, he
No.
doesn't. 5 and the 3 get by. It's unfortunate.
And then Kenneth Laura destroys the front end of that car, and based on the smoke that I'm seeing pouring out of that machine, his day is done. Here comes Max Weisner, and he plows the 69. And that's where Matthew Nile gets involved. Flashy McClashy. And he was even in the Discord. He was even in the commentary booth talking about how you shouldn't be on the numbers. I could have sworn he heard me
Hey, he came after me.
Man, that 69 just did not brake enough going into that tunnel turn, and that just caused the two to collide. And then as soon as you collide, there's no turning after that. 18 and 69 were just
So,
along
Bill,
the ride.
would you agree with me in saying that this 51 and the 26 must be DXT drivers?
Yes.
Flash, you
For
wouldn't
sure.
understand it because he doesn't watch Super Speedway Esports for iRacing, but
Yep. And yep.
if you watch
51 's got
if you watch
Haas,
Michael Cozy Jr. or Win Valley 820, you would understand that joke.
I'll give the 51 an 8 out of 10 on that one. He almost stuck the landing, but the 18 was in the way. I blame the 18 for that 2-point deduction.
Oh.
Oh man.
Hard
You see
hits
so
though.
many cars on the roofs. Yeah. So many cars on the roofs. It's unfortunate to see, but my goodness. 45, is he plowing? No. He got through it. There's Laura, he's done.
So the car's out after that one. Well, we're down to 18.
Yikes.
Kenneth Laura is out. Matt Nile is out. Coast Enthusiast is out. Flashy is out.
Oh man.
Wisner is out. Wolf is out.
Luther was involved in the previous
And
challenge.
Wolf was out for the previous.
Yeah, so that's 4 more cars. 5 more cars.
So we lose. Yeah, 5 more.
Hold on, the 61's up front.
Well, Macklemore.
Hello? And Carter, okay, the leaders must have pit or something. Let's see. No, they didn't. Where did they go? Because there's still cars behind them. They must have pit.
They did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way. And what you'd think the 61 and 27.
So we were talking about green flag pit stops. Well, I probably shouldn't have brought up green flag pit stops because I don't think we're gonna be getting them.
So much for that, huh? I guess the 61 and 27.
So yeah, everybody comes
right.
in. I think the 61 and the 27 probably. Well, I don't know why they stayed out, but everybody's on pit road except for those 2 cars.
Must be thinking A, they can either make it, or B, they're gonna get more caution so they can pit later on.
Oh, and contact between teammates.
Oh, dude.
Ben Pierce gets into Peace and Avery.
Ben. That's not Emily, my guy. Come on. That's usually who he goes after.
It's looking like 4 tire, actually 2 tires. 2 tires. There's several 2 tire calls. And that's why this 56 and the 4, as well as the 92, lose several spots on pit road.
Fortunate. Oh, and the 56 really runs over the 5 and the 44 afterwards.
But damaged cars inside the top 10.
We say
Let's
that.
see
and
how
the 61
well-
and 27. Oh, okay, yeah, the 1 and yeah. The
The
61
1.
and 7 were
And the 45 has a little bit of damage.
Jimmy, no. Beers and everyone, beers for everyone on you if you win. No, dude, you're like not even 10. You can't buy beers for everyone.
Music bet. Well,
If you wanna
so
bet.
there's a little bit of tire disparity between some of these drivers. It'll be interesting to see if the 4 tires was the call, or if the guys who took 4 tires are too far back to make a difference.
That, or this is just a strategy call for that 61 so that they can get some points based on laps led. Because that's bonus point for leading a lap, and 61 just led a lap, and he's pretty far back in the points. So he needs everything he can get. Even if he falls to the back here, he just wants to finish his race and get as many points as possible.
Now, we were wondering why the 61 and the 27 stayed out. Here's the reason on the radio with Cole McLemoyle.
Stay up, buddy. Here, stay out and need as many points as we can get. We're advanced. Stay out. He'll be the leader here. Looks like it'll be the leader. Stay out.
And he does indeed get 5 bonus points for leading a lap. Reminder that it's 10 bonus points for leading the most laps, 5 for leading a lap, and then 42 for winning the race. That's because of finishing points, not
if
bonus
you think
points.
about it here, this could be smart on the side of the 61. Yeah, he's got older tires, but we've seen it's almost impossible to pass because cars pull to the bottom and they're not able to get a runoff.
Yes,
So
but
the
part
leader
of that
maintains the leader line.
part of that has to do with low amounts of grip and with fresh tires. It'll be
That's true.
interesting.
But those guys might burn up their tires trying to get by the 45, the 1, and the 27. They got to get through 3 cars before they get to the 61. Along with the 27's been keeping pace. I mean, he was running 10th, 11th, not that much slower than the cars in front of him. With that race on Angel on the 61.
Pace car ducks to the safety of pit road. Coming into the Geico restart zone, green flag back in the air. Oh, problems! The 56 blows up!
Oh, no, go forth.
Go forth! Not the pole sitter, but the outside pole sitter. And Cole McLemore takes off.
Yeah, the 27 did not
Oh,
go.
the 7! Bottom to top!
Oh, man! He got a bump from Winters for sure. He definitely got bumped by Emily Winters. Oh!
So you got 2 tires, you got 4 tires, and you got no tires. Cole McLemore, the leader of the no tires. Everybody else behind has at least 2.
So much for that. You know.
Oh, there comes Bill, pit road.
Yeah.
And
well,
the 27's in as well. Jimmy Johnson back to lead at Pocono.
How long will? Oh, that's still a good 6.
Emily Winters gonna have a look. She's gonna get to the inside. Side by side for the race lead. Emily Winters can't quite keep it there. She'll stay on the inside though.
At some point, someone's just gonna wreck that 7. At some point, they're just gonna, you know, overdrive turn 2 or something and get into that 7 car.
We've talked multiple times this season how the 7, when talked to after hearing news of the suspension, was extremely worried that he would lose out on points, yet here he is as your race leader.
Yeah, he didn't miss it. He lost 8 spots.
If he wins the... I'm going to hazard a guess and say right now this 7 car is already locked up, most laps led. And if he wins this race, that's a really good point stay considering we only have 17 cars left in this race.
And let's see. If I go to the standings here, Benjamin Pierce out. Jimmy Johnson, he's second in points right. Oh, sorry, that's earlier points. Never mind. Hold on. If I go to recent points, Sam Blaney out. Thomas Cassidy still running. Lazard out, Pierce out, Speed out, Wynn out, Emily Winters right behind him, Maddox out, and then Jimmy Johnson. Those are the cars 1 through 9 in points.
And remember, every position is a point.
Every position is a point. Mew, yes, you're totally out, although you can see that you're 9th.
Lap traffic ahead in the 27. How will Carter Boyd play into this?
Means the 61's not too far away from getting lapped as well. If you look at it, I'm sure he's close.
I think the 61 and the 27 repaired a little bit on that pit stop.
Oh yeah, they probably already went a lap down then.
Yeah, both of those cars scored 1 lap down and about to be put 2 down.
Well, 61's pretty far ahead of that 27.
Here comes Jimmy Johnson. Mew's better being aggressive down the front straightaway. And there goes the 38 trying to get second away for the 88.
This could be a blessing in disguise for Emily. We've seen those good runs that come off the corner by running the high lane.
Yeah, but the 7 was in the same position.
That's the lane he wants.
Jimmy, listening into the radio, the 7, Jimmy Johnson, here's the radio from the 7. Get these lap cars to the bottom on the streets. Topping corners now.
Topping corners? I don't know if that's the smartest. Because if they go to the top, that means he's going to have to go under them. And that's bad.
The 7 wants the lap cars on the bottom so that he can run the top.
It says bottom on straights, top in corners. It's not a very good strategy there, Jimmy. You can see right in the middle of the corner, the 88 just dies. All it's just gone. So the 7 gets to the 27. I'm going to assume he's going to go low, and that's going to give a chance for Winters, Kingston, and Cassidy to all pounce. They're right there. If the 7
oh, contact! 3 wide for second.
Oh!
That's not going to help the battle for second or the battle for the lead.
7 is right there. Got under the 27.
He's on the bottom though.
They're holding each other up. That's going to give a chance.
Does the 27 hold up the 7? Here comes Emily Winters.
I don't know why she's
clear for Jimmy Johnson. Winters looks. Johnson shuts the door. Down the backstretch from Pocono.
Lucky. Johnson got really lucky.
Big pack here caused by Carter Boyd.
Yeah, they've all been held up, and now it becomes a 3-horse race. That's if there's no wreck right here.
They managed to get through the tunnel turn clean. 3 cars still battling for the lead.
It's nearly impossible to pass that post.
Caution is out!
Caution's out. I'm going to say it's for the 61 because this is the only car not in frame. No, it's not for the 61.
I think the 13.
That's the 13.
Let's see. I want to say third caution of the day. And actually, no, fourth.
Fourth.
And he just gets hooked by the number 1.
Yeah. Andy Cooley again. It's the same thing as before. Wynn and Cooley. Because they came together during the whole Tavares scuffle when he went to the fence.
So clearly the one of Andy Cooley not too pleased with Matt Wynn.
Yeah, Wynn's taking himself out twice today.
Matt Wynn earlier in this race forced the 1 into the wall and wrecked him. So clearly the one of Andy Cooley having some words to say to the 13. And by words, I mean actions.
Yeah.
So that 13 car goes around, nobody hits him.
Pierce gives a little
be able
bump
to
to the
continue
98
with it.
though. He spins back around.
And the 7 was your race leader. Who's gonna come take tires? Well, the 1's coming to pit road for damage repair. 22's in as well. Everybody else is good to go.
Surprised the 13 didn't go in. Might as well just take tires. You're at the back anyway.
If that caution flag had come out any earlier, there might have been hope for the 21 or the 27 and the 61 of getting their laps back. But for now, they will be screwing over 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and on back by starting on the inside lane. Jimmy Johnson's going to have a huge advantage into turn 1.
He's going to have an advantage, but don't forget, Winters is going to be right with him. And that outside lane does prove dominant, so I don't know. It just depends on how high up the 88 gets forced and whether the 27 and 61 go or not.
The other thing too is, will the 88 will they force it 3-1 into turn 1? The front stretch is really wide here at Pocono.
Yeah.
And we see them fan out very often. Let's listen in, though, to the radio of the 61.
So here, bud, we're one lap down. We'll be on the inside ahead of that the 27 car. We'll be on the inside of the leader of the 7. We don't know how fast we are compared to these. Pretty far back when we came out of pit road there, so it's gonna be interesting. Just hold tight here and try not to wreck.
And on board with me is better. Alright, man, you're doing good. Stay away from that 24 till we get the chance. 10-4.
Esco's ready to send it, boys.
Esco Laukkanen and we'll listen in to the number 92. I hate to tell you this, but we're restarting behind the 44. Yeah, I'll just wreck him.
Don't think that's how you say that in Finnish, but we'll see. Skitva or something like that. Yeah, mute. You're not gonna get away with an explicit.
News better forgets that there is no all teams communication.
Spotters don't feel like walking that far, half the time. Let's see. Jimmy's radio.
I think Jimmy Johnson is silent on the radio right now because he's concentrating and focusing. Definitely wants to get a good job on the restart.
He's focusing in on that rear view mirror, looking at the other driver.
Now Thomas Cassidy is in the position that Ben Pierce would really like to be right now. But unfortunately, Ben Pierce got caught up in some of the early wrecks.
It's way at the back.
And yeah. Now, supposedly, I wonder if this is where Cole Pern went to, because he's crew chiefing that 7 car.
Well, if the 7 chokes, you know he's gonna quit. So
let's listen in. Alright, buddy, get your belt to tug and get a drink of water.
Did work. You know that 7's got to be nervous up front. After that suspension, he was incredibly nervous that he'd lose a bunch of positions. There's the 27 and 61 jumping out of line. I think the 61 should be ahead of the 27, but either way, it doesn't. Both lap cars, so that could come into play. I mean, it could screw over guys like the 92 and 44. It could help them because those cars on the inside line, you know, it could get them a good run out of turn number 1 and have a chance of gaining a couple of spots.
So Flashy, there are 15 laps remaining in this event. Do you think the 7 car leads the rest of them? Or do you think someone behind him gets the win?
I think that this race is nowhere near finished. There's going to be some more cautions, some lead changes in there too.
Well, yes, Pipestone, you are out of the race. You were out from basically lap. So, I don't know if I can agree with you with the whole lead change thing, because when a guy gets out to the lead, they lose it relatively quick, or they keep it for. So, I don't know. We'll just have to see how the 61 and 27 do. I mean, the 27 compared to be slow, but we don't know how that 61 is compared to the rest of this traffic. I mean, he held the lead until he hit it right off that restart, so I don't know.
There'll be double file.
Coming back to green. Yeah, no, Pipestone, it was not your fault. Literally everyone from row 6 back got wrecked. So.
Everybody was in it.
Everyone was in it.
If you see a car with damage on the racetrack right now, they were in either the first or the second wreck.
Yeah. minus the 27 and 61 hit the wall on their own. It wasn't a caution. It was just their own little scuff lead.
Pace car's in. Green flag. 88 looks high. Will the 7 go to the bottom of the block?
If the 7 goes low, the 88 might have a chance.
88's gonna look, and she's got to push for the 24. No, the 88 can't quite get there. Down the back they go. Esko Laukkanen stuck on the bottom. Here comes the 24. Oh, contact!
Oh my goodness.
Cassidy got into the 88.
Ooh.
And Jimmy Johnson continues to pull. Listening into the 92s ready on the restart. What the is Cole doing?
Being faster than you, that's what. See the 88.
Clearly the 92 not too pleased with that 61. And the 7 pulls away.
Oh man, the 24 is incredibly slow through 51 there. I think I got run over by the 61.
92 looking back to the inside of Cole. Contact made! Clearly the 92 voicing displeasure. Down the backstretch. 3 wide. He was better on the inside. And the 92 of Esko Laukkanen stuck in the middle.
Damon Fenton looking to the inside of that 88. Maybe. Just peeking, just getting some air to the grill. Doesn't look like he's going to step out at all. They're going to stay in the line behind Jimmy Johnson.
For now, here comes the 44 down the backstretch. Excuse me, the Long Pond straightaway.
Took a look, but just wasn't able to get the run. The 88 got a decent
Didn't have the run.
7.
88's gonna have a look.
She's looking, but it's probably not the greatest.
There goes the 44,
low.
and this is what Jimmy wants to see. Side by side for second.
I still think the 88's going to get a good run off the corner.
Smart move by Damian Fenton, but will he be able to complete the move?
She really didn't get that great of a run.
24 thought about it. Damian Fenton still on the inside, but it'll have a push from the 24. Side by side for second. The 88 falls back. Esko Laukkanen looking to the inside. And so comes down the 24. Muse Butter's gonna think about it as well. And he'll take the spot away from the 92. Two by two back here behind this number 4 for 5th. 4th rather.
61 not giving a hell whether he's allowed down or not. He's still put into that position, trying to make passes. Not as slow as that 27 is, I'll give him that. Gutsy.
Is better side by side with the 24. No, he backs off. Miller gonna look to the outside of the 4. Is better gets back in line.
I think the 7's got it, guys. I don't think anyone's...
Emily Winters is there, though.
Emily
She
is
there.
but I don't think she's gonna... Even if she pulls to the inside, it's
There
never
she goes, inside on the 7. Turns 3 and 4.
Turn 3.
Turns 3. I'm smart.
Yeah, see what I mean? They're just not
7
enough
clears
of a run
her.
there. In
They
real
still
life, she'd be able
battle.
to get
3
that done.
wide now for 4th. And nobody wins on that move. Damian Fenton side by side with Emily Winters. And
Nah, I
he'll
don't think that's bad for the
get
88
back
unless
in
you
line. Bad move.
The bottom is not the place to go. They need to go to the top, and that's what the 7's running. They can't make that pass.
He is better side by side with Cole McElmoyle. He'll have friends behind him. Clean air is king here at Pocono.
Always has been, always will be. We're all right there, just no one's able to make a push to try to get by that 7.
The 8 looks again. She's gonna have the inside coming off 2, but she gets back in line.
No one gets enough of a run. Every Sunday I go. I have routine like every other day. God. 44 thought about it.
And he backs off.
Oh, the 88 slid high. I don't know if she tried something. Oh, the 44 got to the inside. That's what happened there. I think that's probably about it. I don't think anyone's going to be able to challenge this 7 car.
Inside 10 to go. Caution out and end it. 3 wide for second.
I don't think it's caution.
24! Here comes the 92!
Finish Wonder gets trying to get to the inside.
He's getting a
Let's make it really
push from Muse better. The 92 still displeased with Cole McElmoyle. Gave him a shot to the front left. Muse better trying to get around Cole McElmoyle. He's been trying for a couple of laps now. Will he finally be able to do it with the help of Brian Anders? Down the front stretch they go.
The only way Emily wins this race, or even gets by that 7, is if she gets a massive push by the 44 in the middle of 3 and 4.
Muse better clears Cole McElmoyle.
He made the pass in 3 and 4 on that 61, and he got a massive push by the 3. We're catching lap traffic up here, guys.
Will Lappers play into it? It's Andy Cooley.
If he runs a 7th line, this could be interesting.
Where will the 7 catch him?
I don't think he'll play much of a factor just because he's slow enough that I don't think the 7's gonna have much problem getting by.
Oh, the 1's gonna come to pit road. Emily Winters drops to the inside.
She doesn't have any drafting help. They need to
No
draft her.
friends.
No friends. There's the 24. Is it too
Now
little too
she's
late?
got 3 cars behind her. Here comes the 88, side by side for the lead. And
back
she
out.
loses massively. Damian Fenton takes second away.
Damon Fenton, man.
And here comes Fenton.
Is he fast enough?
Does he have anything for this 7 car? Reminder, the caution now would end the race.
The 44's got to try something. Bump him out of the way. You're not going to beat him off of pure speed.
Is better up to 5th.
We got to get this race over with, man. James and I
There
want to go
goes the
racing.
44.
Here he comes. Doesn't have
He
any
had a
drafting
look.
help. He has a look. Now, if he can get that into 3 and get that 88, 92, 4 on his bumper, he might have a shot.
Muse Better is going to push the 92. Side by side now. Muse Better to the outside of the 92.
If they wreck, it's over. 44 slides up because the 88's on the inside. That's it. That's it. They ain't catching the 7 now.
Side by side for second. Emily Winters takes it back. Oh, big slow up from the 88. No grip on the inside.
No. That's it. I don't think the 44 is even going to get to him.
Oscar Laukkanen still trying to pass Cole McElmoyle. That's the battle for 5th. Off into turn 3.
They're right
92
near that
has the
7.
inside positioning. With help from the 24, he clears him. Oscar Laukkanen does clear the 61. Up to 5th.
That's what I've been saying. They got to get help if they want to get by that 7. 44's got to get help in 3. I think that's probably the only spot.
Nope, the 88 draws to the inside on the 44.
That's it, man. 44 doesn't
She
have any
falls
help by the
back.
cars behind him. 3 to go. And the 44's got no help. I think it's over, boys. I
This
think
7 is your Daytona 500 winner. If he wins today, he'd become the 2nd driver this season to have 2 wins. And oh, by the way, we could finally stop talking about how this 7 car thought he was going to be out of the points standings.
Yeah. And the 44 keeps having a look, but as soon as he drives, it's squirrely. 2 to go.
2 laps to go.
Is that 44 trying to lean back a little bit, get some help by the 88, try to get a run? Maybe. So if the 88 doesn't cut low here, she's not. 44 might have a little bit of help getting into
Nope,
3.
there goes the 88.
There she goes.
She looks. She's gonna be side by side going into 3. No, she gets back in line.
44's too far behind. He ain't gonna close on
88
that.
slides up. Here they come to the white flag.
Yeah, that's it. Jimmy's won it, boys.
1 to go, sponsored by Cremon Bank.
Bento might have a look, but he doesn't have any help behind him. Esco got to 3rd. The finish wonder, unless the 44 gives him a bump, it's over. He ain't getting to him.
Muse better falls to 5th.
Comes the 44. He's got some cars behind him, but it's not going to be enough. He's got to dive into 3, and that ain't happening. David Fenton.
He's got to dive it in 3 and hope.
Yeah, he ain't going to dive it.
He's not close enough.
He doesn't have a shot. Jimmy's won it, boys.
No turn 4 necessary. Jimmy Johnson of turn number 4 will win Pocono. And now the 7 gets passed. But obviously on the cooldown lap. But we'll see. Next week, we go to Chicagoland, where Cole McElmoyle got his first win last season. We'll see if he goes 2 for 2 at that racetrack.
Pure fun, pure fun, pure fun, pure fun.
But that will do it here from Pocono. Alongside me has been Cole McElmoyle and Flashy McClashy. I've been DNP. Thank you for tuning in to this race. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did calling it. But until the next one from Chicagoland, thank you for watching. And take care, everybody.